Hello students, today we are going to learn heat part 3. But before we go to part 3, we will have a fast review of what we have learned in the previous class. So we learned about anomalous expansion of certain substances like water, silica or silver iodide. So what is the concept? So any substance when heated it expands, but when you heat substances like water, instead of expanding, it contracts at a certain degree variation. So from 0 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius, what happens instead of when you heat water from 0 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius, instead of expanding, it contracts, and after 4 degrees Celsius till 100, it behaves normally. Same way, when you are bringing the temperature down from 10 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius, from 10 to 4 degrees Celsius, as usual, it behaves normally, it contracts. But from 4 to 0 degrees Celsius, instead of contracting, it expands. So this is anomalous expansion. We saw the consequences of anomalous expansion, both positive consequences and negative consequences. The best positive consequences, because of this anomalous expansion, the aquatic plants and animals are able to survive even in cold countries. So we have seen in detail. I hope you would have understood. Today we are going to see one more experiment given by the scientist named Hope. So Hope's experiment we are going to see. Before learning Hope's experiment, first we will see two graphs based on the variation of volume with temperature, variation of density with temperature. Okay. So before we go, we will see once again the statement I am repeating. The expansion of water when it is cooled from 4 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius is known as anomalous expansion of water. Okay. Now let us consider two quantities are involved. Whenever it is contracting or expanding, it means it is involved with two quantities. One is volume, the other one is density. Now let us see the variation in the volume of 1 gram of water, just 1 gram of water with temperature in the range from 0 degrees Celsius to 10 degrees Celsius. This is only an idea. Just you have to learn the graph. Okay. So for you to understand the graph in a better way, what I have done is, see, I have given here one statement, simple representation. See, from 0 degrees Celsius to 4, then 4 to 10. So you know very clearly from 0 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius, it contracts, and then from 4 degrees Celsius to 10 degrees Celsius, it expands. Here in this case, the temperature is increasing. Okay, 0 to 4, 4 to 10. Now, see the graph carefully. I want you to identify the graph carefully. Okay. Now see children. See here, the x-axis and y-axis. The x-axis, we are having temperature in degrees Celsius, and y-axis, we are having volume of 1 gram of water in centimeter cube. So we are having some values. See 0.9999, 1.000, like that. We will have some values. So you can take any values, but see, 1 is very important. You know, 1 gram per centimeter cube is very important for you. So always we will tell the what is the density of water is maximum at 4 degrees Celsius. What is the density of water is 1 gram per centimeter cube. Therefore, this is important. Therefore, you better learn these values only. So 1, and here temperature will be ranging from 0, 4, 10. Now observe carefully. What is that we are going to see from that? The temperature is increasing from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius. So temperature is increasing. So the graph goes on like this itself. Is it not? So first what happens? It contracts. What does it mean? See, it is 1.002 gram per centimeter cube. So when you are heating 1.002 gram per centimeter cube, automatically it contracts, means it goes down. The value goes down, and it reaches up to 1 gram per centimeter cube. Okay, fine. Now it has reached 4 degrees Celsius. See, initially it will contract, and when it comes to see the middle part here, 4 degrees Celsius, here also 4 degrees Celsius. When it comes to 4 degrees Celsius, automatically it will start expanding. From 4 degrees till 4 degrees Celsius, it contracts. Are you able to see the graph? Till 4 degrees Celsius, it is contracting. The graph is falling down. And from 4 to 10 degrees Celsius, what happens? It is increasing, expanding. Therefore, the graph moves upward. So, this is very, very important, easy only, but initially it will be little difficult. So, you have to put the 100%, you have to put temperature in x-axis only, volume in y-axis. It is in terms of gram per centimeter cube. So, 1.003, 1 gram, 1.003, like that you put the values. First, initially, the temperature is rising from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius. So, it contracts. So, immediately put a downward. The graph is falling down. Again, from 4 degrees Celsius, it increases to 10 degrees Celsius. So, what did you understand? See, I have written, this is very, very important. You have to mention in the graph itself. So, at 4 degrees Celsius, volume is minimum at 4 degrees Celsius. So, this is volume. So, you know very clearly about density. We will see that later. So, I hope you would have understood about this graph. Okay. So, before drawing the graph, I want you to put this idea. So, while giving notes, I will draw neatly. I will put these ideas for your easy understanding. Okay. So, let us go to next graph. What is that? Variation of density of 1 gram of water with temperature in the range from 0 to 10 degrees Celsius. Now, this is going to be easy for you. Okay. So, same way, temperature you put it in x-axis 0, 4, 0, 4, 10. And instead of volume here, you will have density of water in gram per centimeter cube. Again, you know very clearly 1 gram per centimeter cube is the maximum. So, just slightly you learn this and then put this as 1. Okay. Topmost point is 1. Now, tell me what will happen. See children. Again, I am explaining the same. You are increasing the temperature, water from 0 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius. So, what happens? It should expand, but in case of water, it will contract. So, the density will be maximum, and then from 4 to 10 degrees Celsius, it expands. So, the density falls down. So, let us see that in the graph. Now, you see 1 gram per centimeter cube. What is this temperature? It is maximum. So, 0 to 4 degrees Celsius, the density is maximum at 4 degrees Celsius, that is 1 gram per centimeter cube. Again, from 4 to 10 degrees Celsius, what happens? It falls down. So, when there is a small difference between the graph for volume and density, you have to understand. There, you are proving that the volume is minimum at 4 degrees Celsius. Here, we are proving that the density is maximum at 4 degrees Celsius. You know very clearly, density and volume are inversely proportional. If volume is minimum at 4 degrees Celsius, density will be maximum at 4 degrees Celsius. So, slightly the graph will change. You need to practice and understand. Watch the video carefully. Don't be distracted while you are watching the video. If you didn't understand, once again you watch. Certainly you will understand. Okay. So, based on this, I told you about the scientist's name as Hope. So, he is going to demonstrate the anomalous expansion. First, what we will do is, we will see the, the diagrammatic representation. I have drawn the diagram also for your understanding. So, nothing. It is a very simple experimental setup. Children, you need to have a very careful understanding about this. Otherwise, you till the end, you will not understand this experiment. So, please listen carefully. Don't distract yourself. Put your 100% attention. Okay. Now, see, there is a metallic cylinder. This is a cylinder made of some metallic cylinder. You see the center part, there is something very unusual. It is nothing but the freezing mixture. You know what is freezing mixture? Ice and salt. If you mix salt with ice, then you call it as freezing mixture. You have learnt in 8th standard. You know the reason also why you are adding salt, because it will retain the temperature of ice as it is. Okay. It will not melt as fast as that other normal condition. So, we are using a freezing mixture, and look at the experimental specification. It is exactly at the center of the metallic cylinder, not at the bottom nor at the top. It is exactly at the center. Okay. And 2 thermometers are fixed. One is T1, the other one is T2. That's all. Very simple. Okay. The experimental setup is very simple. And the observation, what is the observation you are going to see here? I have already mentioned here. The observation is, first, the thermometer T2 shows 4 degrees Celsius initially. Then the thermometer T1 shows 0 degrees Celsius. See, first you see the observation, later I will explain. First you should know what exactly, as soon as the freezing mixture is kept here, immediately will observe something, is it not? Whenever you are doing an experiment, there will be an observation. Then only you will know why it is happening. So already it is there. So what is your observation? First, T2 is showing 4 degrees Celsius and the T1 is showing 0 degrees Celsius. Okay. So let us go with the explanation. Very important. Okay. So please put your attention as I told you. Yes. Initially, let us consider that the temperature is 12 degrees Celsius. Let us consider the temperature is, say, 12 degrees Celsius. Okay. Any value you can take. I have taken, or the Hope's experiment says that it is between 12 and 4. Okay. 12 degrees Celsius. So what is the first thing? I have made it as points. Okay, children. And don't worry, Hope's experiment also I will give very, very clear in your notes, because it is very, very important for the examination point of view. Both Hope's experiment and that consequences of anomalous expansion. So as far as I am seeing the question papers, at least one question is arising every time from this particular topic. Okay. So please listen. Point wise I made it. Okay. So first, what is happening? Since you have kept the freezing mixture at the center of the cylinder, certainly what will happen? The temperature will start falling down. So first point is the temperature falls down from 12 to 4 degrees Celsius. So what will happen? Natural process, is it not? Anything which is cool will contract. So 12 to 4, water is going to behave normally. So water will contract, and when water is contracting, it will affect the density. So the density increases. So as soon as the density is increasing, it cannot hold. What happens? It keeps on sinking down, and warm water will rise up to take place. So where have you come across this? Cool water coming down and warm water rising up. Where have you come across? Have you heard about convection current? 7th standard you have learned convection current. So according to the definition, what is convection current? The upward and the downward movement of air, or the hot air rising up and the cold air coming down forms a cycle of air, and this cycle of current, and this current is called as convection current. That is applicable for ocean currents also. You have learned ocean currents also. So always when the density increases, when density of water increases, it tends to sink down, and when the density decreases, it tends to move up. This is a concept. Okay. So I hope you understood the first point. Now come to the second point. So this is a process of convection. So water in the lower part cools. So why it is cooling? Because since it is contracting, the cold water is keeping on coming down and makes the lower part cool. And the reading of thermometer, if you want, you can see the diagram, or keep your textbook and see the diagram. As I am explaining, that's better. You can see keep the textbook as I am explaining, so that you will understand. Okay. So the process of convection, what I was telling, so this is a process of convection, and water in the lower part cools. So why, you should ask a question, why the lower part is cooling? Because the temperature is falling from 12 to 4 degrees Celsius. And since it is falling down, it contracts, the density increases, therefore the cool water is coming down, therefore the lower part cools. Did you understand? Okay. And the reading, so when the lower part is cooling, you know there is a thermometer here, that is what is it? The thermometer T2. So there will be a change in the reading in T2. So the T2 falls rapidly from 12 to 4 degrees Celsius. Okay. So this is first 2 points which I have explained, which is easy only for you. Okay. Now we will go to third point. So you may ask a question, ma'am, why there are 2 thermometers, T1 and T2? So we are going to understand exactly about the how the consequence. So that's why 2 thermometers have been fixed. So first we have talked about T2. T2 is over. Now what is happening to T1 in the meanwhile? Let us see. So reading T1, the reading in the thermometer T1 does not change as this process is going on. When there is a change that as the process is going on in thermometer T2, T1 does not change because the temperature and the density of water does not change. This happens till the temperature of the entire water below the central portion reaches at 4 degrees Celsius. So first the thermometer T2 is affected. So why it is affected? Because of the convection current, and the temperature falls from 12 to 4 degrees Celsius. This is represented by part AB. Okay. So here I will just show now. Later I will explain the graph separately. The part AB shows how the temperature is falling. Okay. From 12 to 4 degrees Celsius. Now let us come to the fourth point. Now still first what is happening? The temperature is falling from 12 to 4 degrees Celsius. Now again the temperature is going to fall from 4 to 0 degrees Celsius. This is what we learnt, is it not? So the temperature does not stop in between. As it is falling, since as long as the freezing mixture is there, the impact will be continuing. Okay, the process will be continuing. So the temperature falls from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius. Now you can tell me what happens from 4 to 0 degrees Celsius. You know, again the water has a abnormal behavior. Instead of contracting, it expands. See the point. So the water expands, and its expands means its density decreases. So as the density decreases, what happens? It raises up. Just now I told. Whenever the convection current is playing a role here. So whenever the density of water decreases, automatically it goes up. To take its place, water from the top descends down. Always the warm water will go up, and as it is reaching, the cold water should come down, is it not? So as it is coming down, again convection takes place. Okay. And water above the central portion cools down now. So did you understand the point now? First, the lower part of the metallic cylinder was cooling down when the temperature falls from 12 to 4 degrees Celsius. Now again from 4 to 0 degrees Celsius, the upper part of the cylinder is cooling down. Okay. So now the temperature is showing, already it has fallen from 4 to 0 degrees Celsius. The temperature is showing 0 degrees Celsius, and water near the surface will be 0 degree, and it freezes to ice. Again, you know very clearly, children, yesterday only we were discussing, the previous video we were discussing, water expands, and at 0 degrees Celsius also slowly it expands and it crystallizes itself in the form of ice. It goes to the solid form. Okay. So it goes to 0 degrees Celsius. Now T1 shows steady temperature. So now what is the temperature at T2? It is 4 degrees Celsius. And what is the concept of 4 degrees Celsius? Density is maximum. See, like this you have to write the notes, then it will be easy for you to understand. So last point is T2 will be showing 4 degrees Celsius where the density is maximum. T1 shows 0 degrees Celsius. So what is the speciality of 0 degrees Celsius? It turns into ice. That's it. Okay. Now let me explain the graph. Okay. Then only you will understand. So please view the graph thoroughly. This is also very important. Graph will be already printed in the question paper, and questions will be asked based on that. Okay. Now here temperature are taking the y-axis, time in minutes. Here you can take a seconds also, but in minutes they are taken. Time in minutes is taken in the x-axis. Here also the same, two graphs. First let us discuss T2. Because first the thermometer T2 was affected, was influenced. Therefore, let us see the graph of T2 first. So 0, 4, 12, and here minutes you can take 1 minute, 2 minutes, like that you can take. So now you see from what is happening, temperature is falling from 12 to 4. So that is represented by A to B. After that, what happens in thermometer? BC refers to the steady state. Did you understand? See the BC. BC is just representing 4 degrees Celsius. So at 4 degrees Celsius, it reaches the steady state. Therefore, there is a straight line. Are you able to see? So let me explain once again. What happens initially when the freezing mixture started, when the temperature falls down, which is affected first? Thermometer T2 is affected. So what happens there? It is falling from 12 to 4 degrees Celsius. After that, it becomes steady. Got it? Now shall we see thermometer T1? So when thermometer T1 is happening from 12 to 4, what is that? Look at the straight line. 12 to 4, initially T1 was showing a steady state. Did you understand, children? First, when there is a temperature fall in T2, T1 was in a steady state. When there is a temperature fall in T1, T2 was in a steady state. So I think you have got the point. Okay. So here AB refers to the steady state of T1 initially. After that, what happens? From 4 degrees Celsius till 0 degrees Celsius, it is falling. So that is from BC. This BC refers to the steady state of thermometer T2. This BC shows that it falls from 4 to 0 degrees Celsius. That is what is explained. And here AB is steady state for T1. AB falls from 12 to 4. So shall we put some questions and ask? Let me put some questions so that you can also answer. I will also give the answer. So what does AB refer in thermometer T2? First question. What does AB refer to thermometer T2? What will you say? In thermometer T2, AB refers for the fall of temperature from 12 to 4. Next question. What does AB represents in thermometer T1? What will you say? The thermometer shows, T1 shows steady state. Got it? Now, third question. What is BC in the graph of T2 shows, represents? What did you say? BC represents the steady state of T2. Whereas here, what will happen in T1, what is happening? BC refers to the fall down from 4 to 0 degrees Celsius. That's why it is bent like this, from 4 to 0 degrees Celsius. See, this is 0 only, no? So, this C is related to 0 degrees Celsius. Got it? So, I hope you would have understood about this graph. See, children, I know this is not easy. So, you have to put complete attention to the video. You also should have a paper to draw the graph and try to understand. Anyway, we will have a doubt clearing session also. That time also I will explain. But if you can put your attention now itself, there won't be any queries at all. Okay. So, we are coming to the assignment part. So, page 129. Read question and answers from 10 to 18. Okay. Now, see children, I have given a note. Question number 18. D and E, there are 4 give reasons. A, B, C, D, 5 give reasons. First 3 are easy. A, B, C is easy. D and E will be dealt in the notes given. If you want, we will have a discussion during the session also. Okay. D and E, we will have a session. Let me see who will answer D and E without my help. Without my help, somebody is answering, I will be very happy. Okay. So, even during the session, what I will do is, I will put a graph like this and ask each and every student, maybe some 5 to 6 students, to explain which is AB, what is AB, part AB in both the graphs, explain. Or what is the graph BC is explained in both the graphs. So, okay children, so I hope you would have understood. Don't worry, always we are there to help you. Any queries, anything, we are ready to help you children. I know how you are facing this. It's not a normal classroom. Virtual classroom is really tough for you. But don't worry at all, there is always solution. Let us talk only about the solution. There is no point of talking about the problem. Every problem has a solution and we are there to give the solution anytime. Any amount of solution also we can give you. Okay children, thank you. Have a nice day.